welcome to another of our Rich Habits, Poor Habits video series with Michael Yardney in Australia, and hello across in the United States to Tom Corley.
Hey, Michael, it's good to be with you.
Tom, time is one of our most valuable resources. It's a valuable resource, but I think because it's given to us for free, sometimes we tend not to value it, I guess, until time starts to run out. And as you get older, you recognize this, or when things go wrong health-wise, it does. So I remember reading in your 5-year study of the rich people that you found that they had, successful people, people, had learned a habit of saying no.
Yeah, so it was interesting because I think, it's people have this misconception that you have to bend over backwards for everybody and just give in order to get people to buy into what you're doing and to join your inner circle. What I found—
Sometimes it's just to like you, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, I think look, you know what? It's important to get people to like you, and it's important to get people to who are, I call them, become your apostles. But what I found in my research is you have to be really on guard, because there's a lot of people out there who are not really interested in helping you. They're more interested in what they can get out of the relationship. It's one-sided, Michael, So I found from my research that the wealthy people were really acute in their understanding the different types of people who they could work with. Some people they can work with, some they couldn't.
Well, Tom, you've broken it down to 3 big groups of people. Now, this is not necessarily a judgment of people, but I agree with you that they do tend to fall in 3 groups. So let's work through them. The first ones you've called the down and outs. Who are they?
So we have people that just, they're victims of random bad luck. Something goes wrong in their life. They lose a parent. They lose a spouse. They have medical issues. The house burns down. Their warehouse burns down. They just have random bad luck, and they reach out for help. And I think those people, they should always be on your list of people to help, because there's nothing that they did that caused them to fall into the circumstances that they're in. So I always like to look at that from my study. These are the wealthy people. They just seem to have tuned into these poor people that are struggling, and they help them out, and they don't care if they're going to get anything out of it or not.
So life's forced the hands of these people that you've called the down and out, and hopefully it's temporary. And I believe, like you, Tom, it's our obligation to help them. If you've reached the top of the ladder or working your way up, it's useful to look down and help people at the lower rungs. Tom, there's also another group that you've identified that you call the users. What do you mean by that?
So there's this other group of people out there who will take up your time. They'll pick your brain. They'll call you frequently. They'll ask for help frequently. And they never, ever give back. They just are users. They just want to get out of the relationship what they can get out of it for their own self-interest. They have absolutely no desire to help you pull your cart or help move your dream forward. They're all out for themselves, and I call them the users. That's what I found in my research.
Unfortunately, you're right, Tom. I've come across those sort of people as well. So it's hard to differentiate those. But there's another group that we both like working with, Tom, and they're what you call the reciprocators.
Yeah, so the reciprocators are the people you want to pull into your inner circle. These are the people, they're actually the apostles that I talk a lot about. These are the people you want to surround yourself with, because they value your time, and they are reluctant to ask you for help. But when they ask you for help, they are. It's usually because they really need your help, and they always pay you back. They look at you providing them with assistance as a debt that they have to pay back. They're not out just of course they want to help themselves, but they also realize that now they owe you. and they're called reciprocators. They're going to return the favor. Somehow, some way, they will return the favor.
But Tom, I can imagine it would be hard sometimes to tell the difference between users and reciprocators.
Yeah, it is very hard. And this is, really, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I've run into a lot of these people in the book business, in the author business. They tell me, oh, I can help you, promote your book. I can help you do this. I can help you do that. And you bring them into your inner circle, and it's always one-sided. They never help you. They're always looking for something. You end up doing things you never expected you were going to do because they're asking you to do things that are helping them instead of them helping you. So, you have to look. You have to find out who they are through the School of Hard Knocks. And once you understand that these people are users, that's when you've got to eliminate them, Michael, from your life, because the minute that you say no to them is the minute that you will never hear from them again.
As opposed to reciprocators, who I found have got two common traits. They're always there when you need their help. Like I've found you to be as a good friend and a reciprocator in our relationship. And they never go back and ask again for a favor without repaying that original debt. Do they, Tom?
That's right. That's because they have something called character. They were raised right. They probably got some good habits from their parents. And so they understand that time is money. They understand your time is valuable, and your expertise that you're providing is valuable. So they don't want to abuse the relationship, because these reciprocators are interested in growing the relationship, Michael, and they know if they abuse it, like the users, they're going to risk destroying that relationship that they have with you. So they're very cautious about how they use your time. They will not go back to the well without filling it first.
So, in summary, if you make a rich habit of saying no to people who use you, but of course always help those who are truly in need, you're going to find the users will disappear from your life, while the reciprocators will value your time, will always be there. Of course, there's other things to say no to as well. So that's the topic of another discussion, Tom, about good time management and saying no to all these perceived opportunities and only doing things that are the highest and best use of your time. But Tom, thanks for sharing this concept of the three groups of people, the down and outers, that we're going to help because they've run into bad luck, the users who, as you say, are toxic, and the reciprocators who we want to hang more around. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Mike.